William is a grown-up man, a 30-years-old graduate with a master's degree. He, however, still lives with his single mother, Alice. Though all his other siblings are gainfully employed and have established their own homes. At the moment, William is jobless. He rejected his mother's advice to engage in some menial jobs as a means of gathering cash, no matter how minimal, in order to establish a small business.
William, are you not going for job hunts today?
Mommy, to be sincere, I am tired. I am fed up now. Looking for a job every single day, Mommy, I'm fed up. Oh.
That is because of the nature of job you are looking for. You are looking for a multinational company to work with. Okay? Why not go out there and look for something to do instead of sitting down at home?
Mommy, I can't. A master degree holder like me to engage my time and skill in such a job. No, Mommy. No.
So you prefer sitting down here at home doing nothing instead of going out there to look for something to do? Is that what you are saying?
Mommy, it's not so. But I cannot go and study for so many years and come out to be insignificant. I cannot do a job with a mega pay. Mom, you know now. Mom, don't worry. I will have a good job soon, okay? Don't worry, Mom.
He did get a job offer not long ago, but he claimed he declined it on the ground that it was a low-level job and the mega pay does not commensurate with his level of academic qualification, being a master's degree holder.
Mom, don't mind those people. Can you imagine? The management was offering to pay me just 40,000 naira. For what, Mom?
Don't tell me you rejected your offer.
Of course I did, Mom, I did. Considering the technicality of the job and the number of hours of the spend, Mommy, 40,000 won't cut it, Mom.
You mean you rejected a job offer when you don't even have anyone at hand?
Let them have their job. Mom, please, let me go and take my bath. I'm stressed out, please, Mom. Thank you.
Fatigued by her son's high-mindedness, his mother tried to connect him with his elder brother Alex, who is a successful entrepreneur. But William refused his brother's job offer, as he was given the condition to start at a humble position in the establishment in order to gain experience. He'd rather start from the managerial level, considering his esteemed qualification.
Do something to help him.
I know, I've tried helping him before, but he's not willing to come to terms with the terms of my group offer for him. I mean, running a business is much more than just having a master's degree. He lacks the required experience to run my organization, so he should be willing to just start off from somewhere first.
Okay, I will have to talk to him. Hope he listens. Because me, I'm equally tired of handling all his responsibilities.
Okay. I'll get back to you on this issue. Let me just do one of the things in the office. Then in the evening we'll talk.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Alright, have a nice day.
Getting seriously worried by her son's nonchalance, Alice sought the advice of a very good friend, Betty, who was of the opinion that William will be more responsible if he has a woman in his life that he caters for.
Let's get him a woman. By the time we get him a woman, we'll wake up to his responsibility.
My dear, are you saying that a man who could not take up his own personal responsibility will take up another person's responsibility? I don't think so.
See, by the time he already has a woman in his life, he won't want the woman to know that you are the one catering for him or his wife.
But he's not ready to get a wife, not to talk of having children.
Let's get him one. When we get him one, he'll be forced out there to go and look for a job. He wants to care for that woman. He wants that woman to have respect for him. You know, he wants to let himself down.
Are you sure this will work?
I'm so sure of what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Don't just watch him like that and then they do nothing. Huh?
I will see to it.
William's mother introduced her son to Catherine, the beautiful daughter of one of her business associates. Like magic, mutual interest was sparked between both at first sight.
William, will you ever be responsible? You impregnated Catherine without even caring anything about her.
Betty's advice and Mrs. Alice's consequent decision to actively push Catherine at William was, however, counterintuitive, as he impregnated her instead and became rather more irresponsible.
I can't condensate myself in picking a low-paying job.
Continue speaking grammar, okay? Don't go out there and look for reasonable thing. Do it to take care of her.
Mommy, after all, you were the one that persuaded me to it. You were the one that pushed me to this sort of relationship.
Oh, so I caused it now, eh? And the problem, is that not so? Eh? William, your time has expired in this house.
Mommy,
eh?
Mommy, in fact, I am tired. I am tired.
Williams!
I am tired. Mommy.
Come back here!
I am tired.
Come here!
Hello, welcome to Decisions, another time on set, and let you know the decisions you make or fail to make either make or mar you, not just you but the society at large. And today we'll be doing a very important topic, yoked down. And you're wondering what it's about, yoked down. Okay, but just sit back for you to get more of that. And in the studio with me are two very, very, very important and seasoned guests. Reverend Ezekiel Akpeje, the senior pastor, Church of God Mission International, Jedo District Headquarters. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And on my close left is Mrs. Deborah Araba, Chief Lecturer, College of Education, Warri, English Department. I like that. Ma, you're welcome. Okay, well, so like I said before, we're doing a very, very wonderful topic, yoked down. Okay, we just watched the clip and we have this 30-year-old man that is at home, sitting his butt down and becoming a extra responsibility for the mother. Statistics has it that although the literacy rate is increasing, unemployment as well is increasing. So I want you to talk on how can we really reconcile this. A lot of persons go to school with no view of what to do after school. So please can you talk on that?
Well, because their perception is wrong somewhere.
Okay.
Before you go to school, you need to understand what you're going through. You're going to school to come out, not because you want to work alone.
Okay.
Because the world we are today is different from what we were before. Population increase, and it's not directly proportional to industrial increase,
Yes.
as far as this country is concerned. When we were at school in those days, while we were at school, we were already employed. People come for us because the industries were there, and then the market was few. So now it is opposite. So when you are going to school, you must have the objective that you are going to school to refine yourself so that when you come out, you can create your wealth, your source of wealth, not thinking of being employed. That should be at the back of your mind. I have a son like that. While he was waiting for admission, he learned how to sew. He's the one that's sewing all my dresses now. Yeah, right now he's in Ibadan reading his master's. But he can set up a factory where you can sew your dresses when he leaves school right now. So the concept before you go into school matters.
Okay. I want you to still talk on this. Do you think that the parents have a particular special role to play in preparing the mind of their children?
Of course they do. Like my friend said, in those days it was not like this. So we have to adapt to the situation. Yeah, when I was in school, when we are in university, they come looking for you. In your final year, you attend, they come and do interview for you. And you find that some people, they already have their job waiting. Like, just finish your youth service and we are going to employ you. And then SAP came, and then many other things came. And today, the reason why unemployment is like this is because there's no place to employ them. The government is not employing, private sector is crashed down, so there is nothing. In that case, we now have to change our kind of education. You need to go to school, yes, but even before you go to the school, you already know what you will do. Like his son, And then my friend's son is like that too. He started learning to build suits before he went to school. And as soon as he finished, he went to perfect it. So when he's done with youth service, he's not going to be going from one office to the other to know even where he's looking for. He'll just set up his. So parents should educate their children. This is the reality of today. It's not book or it's not cognitive knowledge you carry anywhere. It's practical, what you can produce, what can you do. That's what
And I still think that parents should follow the growth of their children. Because while the child would have been growing up, there would have been something the child would just naturally do and do well.
Yes.
For one, I know when I was growing up, I have these fingers for creation. Give me something, I'll create something out of it. So I think that follow-up should be done. White people, they do that. They have this tape. They should do that. Please, parents, take note of that. And also, I also discovered that it's easier for female when they don't have, like the clip we just watched, is overqualified for the jobs he's been saying. It's easier for ladies to be set off or pushed or moved to go get something doing. But guys seem to be relaxed. And even the society as well, I think it's kind of supporting them. Sir, what do you say about that?
I think the perception today is that people are very, very lax. They have no objective. They have no aim. They just depend on their father. In my days, I left my father's home when I was 19 and began to fend for myself and struggled all through. But today, you see people stay in their father's house when they are 30-something. Which is wrong. It's wrong. So what you do is to prepare them. My girls' children, we prepare their mind. Some went to study this hair making and this dresses. So when they come out from school, they just can simply fit in. So we need to prepare their mind to let them know what the situation is. And I thank God the government today are also seeing what is happening. I remember in those days, when it happened in India, you have a PhD holder sweeping the streets.
Wow.
Yes, of course. You have a PhD holder sweeping the streets. And today we have them driving keke and driving here. It has come to Nigeria because of population growth. Population is growing and a few places for them to work. So that boy has a very wrong view of life. And this is what the parents are meant to teach them before they leave. Life is not like this. There's a paradigm shift. All right. When I was young, I never had the idea of doing my own business. I just want to come out from school and then the job is waiting me because that was then what was in vogue. But now it's not so practical.
You actually said something and repeated my question. I want to hit on it again. Mama, you do this for me this time around. You said your children, you tell them this. My question is, this is a normal thing for a girl child, do this. What about our male children?
You see, I see the society like we're in a transition.
Okay.
From where you just sleep, wake up and there is food, to where you have to go out there and get your food. The petroleum industry, the crude oil selling, made everybody to become lazy. You know, the money was just there. And if you talk to the young ones, now the men, they are talking about in Iworu, they say we want to hammer. We want to hammer. When I was in primary school, we were told that there's dignity in labor. But now you don't work, but somehow you're going to get a lot of money. That is what is bothering them. They may see a friend or two that just hammered, if I may borrow their word. And so they are not ready to sweat. When I talk to some young people, they say, if it is by work that you get money, the truck pusher should be the richest person. So they are not ready to work. They are still in the old era. But there's transition going on because many of them are now, there's transition going on. We'll get there.
So I think that attention that is given to the female child to get a skill as part of your education should be given to the male child.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to
That's why my son had that concept before he went to school.
But did you do anything for him to get the concept? Did you talk
Yes,
about it?
we had morning devotion every day. Apart from the morning devotion, there is that lifestyle lecture we give to ourselves.
Wow. Okay, you've just heard it all. We're going to short break now. We'll be back. Please go nowhere. Welcome back to Decisions, where we help and assist you in making good and valid decisions. And before we went on break, we're dealing with the topic yoked down, and the situation at hand is unemployment. And I actually was asking what attention should be given to the male child and the female child, and he said equal attention. Remind your children, apart from school, they need to get a skill. Okay, I want to still say something. We just watched a clip. Considering the thought or belief or mindset that William has, he thinks he's overqualified. He thinks he has a first degree, has a second degree, master's, but he's not doing anything. I want you to differentiate expectation from laziness.
Expectation. You see, your expectation is depending on your perception.
Okay.
If you have a good perception of life, you will have expectation. This expectation may be that even if it's low, I'm ready to take the job. I'm expecting something to do. I'm expecting to do something. And when that thing comes your way, God said, when it comes your way, shall you know it? Though it's small, shall you know it? Because I'm going to do a great thing. And God will start a great thing from a little thing. So your expectation should be based on, look, I'm expecting a job. No matter how small or big, should be broad. If it's small, pick it. Because that small thing may be great. Because God wants us to always expect something from Him. And if He provides it, you may not know it, and you put it down, and that is the way God wants to go through. So your expectations, if it should be different from laziness, because there are people who don't even have expectation, but are just lazy and lazy because of the background, the way they, like that woman, I feel she has trained the son that he can relax in his house. I
think he's being lazy too. He's been lazy because...
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
He has trained him to be relaxed. Don't worry, whenever you have it. But now, she's trying to fight back to make sure that training is corrected, which is late at 30.
He said a fool for 40 is a fool forever.
But at 21, I tell my children, you are mature. And I make sure I train them. When you are trained out, find your way out. I have one of my sons in Benin now. He got one small job. He went there. How much were they paying him? 50,000. A graduate. 50,000. He went there and started his life. When that contract was over, he's still in Benin now, doing some other job. Just getting him, I can finish your house, I can do. That's what he do. He can't come back to me again. He has left my house. And that's what we train them to be self-reliable. He should rely on his power, because God gives you power. He does not create words. He gives you the power so that you can create it. So the power, knowledge is power. Haven't gotten that, go and I give example of myself to them always. So this is what it's supposed to be.
You're doing a very good job with your children.
Oh, my children, yes.
Very good job.
I have 8 of them and 10 grandchildren now. Right? Even the life of the grandchildren, I'm firing them.
Okay.
I don't leave them alone.
Okay, I want you to talk about the place of experience. What's the place of experience to an individual? You know, you go for some job interviews, they ask you, what's your job experience? How experienced are you? Because the jobs he was denying, that William was denying, there were chances for him to get experience. Like you said, somebody had a very good degree and he was working as a gate man, was gaining experience. What's the place of experience for an individual? Work experience.
It's very important. Like I keep talking about this transition stage. We will get there when we will not be talking about this. Each individual will know what to expect. The expectation will drive you. But if you are not able to attain your expectation, then you should be real. Start from wherever you can start and grow. So experience is good. William should have taken that job. If it was a job that was in his own field, even though the salary wasn't good, at least he was still staying with the mother. Let's say the mother was still giving food. and so that one, the money we use for transport and maybe for his clothes, he would have gained experience. Because now that the jobs are no longer there, the few that come, they want the best, the most experience. So it's better to have an experience even though you were not well paid than not to have experience. Many people are not getting job because they don't have any experience. So for the sake of the experience, yes, do
You
it.
can take the job.
Yes.
Because you were saying the work is too small, the money is too small, the time you'll be spending there and all that. So you've heard it. Experience, it's not a waste, it's an added value.
And that was his brother said. His brother said, I can't take him into this place because it's going to destroy my work. He wants to start from a manager's position. He told-
And then
the
those
brother-
guys become
yes,
what?
and become what? He wants to spoil his work. And I like the decision of his brother.
Okay.
Yes, of course. If you bring brother into a system, you destroy the work.
Okay, but what do we say about the place the mother went to seek counsel? Bible says in the multitude of counsel there is safety. Well, Bible says, "He that walk in the company of fools shall be deceived, and shall be
Yes.
destroyed." So what advice will you give? You want advice, you are going to meet somebody that thinks on your level, that is on your level. How can you?
Both of them were, you just said it, they were on the same level.
Yeah.
Yes. Very, it's the same low level thinking, the low mentality that made that woman to bring up his son like that. And now she's not even able to understand. Their friends did not have issues at all. Now you are taking care of this man and you are complaining. You're going to give him a wife and then he starts having children. Where are the children going to stay? Who is going to take care of them? The same woman who is already complaining about one, now she's going to add 4, 5 and continue to. So that counsel was very wrong. But you know the thing with counsel is that you either take it or leave it. So the woman's understanding, the mother's understanding was a problem.
I'm sure she didn't think it through.
She didn't think.
What should parents do to their children, and how difficult is it for a mother to separate from the child? You're a mother, you put yourself in her shoes.
I will take it the other way.
Okay.
It's not issue of separating. That doesn't work. It's issue of talking with this young man.
Okay.
You don't want that job. Then you must do something. You could set up a small business for him. Okay? No, because if it's his own, no matter how small, his pride will be there. It's going to work for somebody else for very cheap. That is his problem. So you have to talk over with this your son to get something to do. Look for other people that can help to say, this is what you can do. And make him know that you just have to do something. Because it's very difficult, if not impossible, for us here to push our sons out because they're not doing anything. Here is crime. If you push your son out there, tomorrow he's going to go into some big crime. So that's another problem. But talk to the child, reason with this your son. You can't continue like this. You must do something. You must do something. If he on his own gets angry like you are nagging too much and he goes, fine. But
So do you suggest she's nagging, keep talking to her?
yes,
to him, brother?
keep, changing notes. You know what? Have
Make
a
it
conference.
intense.
Yeah, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? Once I went to Lagos, I was coming at the park. I saw a man and his wife frying chips.
Wow.
And that's what they were selling. The two of them were so busy and the place was really rushing. And this is a man. He and his wife. And not many men want to do that. So that boy needs a reorientation. And the mother who gave him a bad orientation will have to do it. Maybe if they are churchgoers, could invite the pastor to talk to him. But you just have to keep talking to him and suggesting things until he has an eternal motivation, and then he will move on.
Okay. Reverend Ezekiel, she just talked about the place of the mother. We are echoing the need for him to get something doing. That's from a mother's perspective. I want to talk about it from a father's perspective.
Yeah, every parent must have that concept. See, concepts rule the family. The concept of the family is that we don't want you to be somebody who will be feeding all through. Right? She fails to start it from the early point. She'll be telling them when they're even young. She's doing it wrong now, very late time, 30. At 19, you'll be telling them, I left my father's house at 19. So they'll begin to have that concept that it's very wrong to be your father's house when you're even 30. So the minute they finish their school, they're out. On themselves, that I want to go out. And they go and find a job or find something doing. I have a daughter who read sociology in Abraka here. And she's finished over 3 years. And how will I be staying at home? She started selling sweets.
Wow.
Because the concept of the family, you must do something. She's selling sweets by ShopRite there.
Wow.
Sweets, and she's making money. I borrowed even 7,000 from her recently. And she's telling me, look, so because the concept is there that you must not rely on your parents after 21. You must not. Sell that concept to your children, and the richest man in Babylon did that to his son. Read that book, The Richest Man in Babylon. He sent his son out, though he was rich, and his son went to another country, faraway country. And he learned suffering. He learned obedience through suffering. Let me use the real scriptural word. And when he came back, the father now said, you cannot manage my business. Because he now knew the value of living alone, working to get money.
Okay,
So we must sell this idea to them. Don't pet your children. Make them fly like an eagle. Train them like an eagle trains its citizens. Yeah.
Okay, we're going now, concluding this session. But before we go, Ma, please, what's your final word for our viewers?
Yes, one more thing I think will help is the parents should involve their children in whatever business they are doing.
Okay.
They should groom them in it. Because you find that people start something, they die with it, and the children are all over the place looking for small jobs. So we should, our children should be our first apprentice or trainees, so that when you are old, you can even retire like Dopasi did. You can even retire and give the job the company over. So let them learn to grow with their parents. And by the time they are men and women, they will not say they don't have anything to do.
That's how much we can take for today on decisions. It's been nice having you, but we've got to go. You can follow us on our social media handle showing on the screen. Please like, comment. We need it. They are very important to us. Bye for now.
Sky.